Hey everybody, this is Ben, and I'm going to be doing an example hyperfixation presentation on Doctor Who. This is the TARDIS, and basically all of the doctors in the show, or like the main character in this show, will basically use this as a time machine device and also a way to get around. So they could really get through anywhere in time and space, and it's really cool. And one of the most notable things about this device is that it is bigger on the inside and smaller on the outside. So this is like what it looks like on the outside, and this whole big interior is what it looks like on the inside. And here's a clip of somebody seeing the TARDIS for the first time, and they always get a little bit freaked out.
But it's just a box. But it's huge.
By the way, this is my favorite guy.
It's like a box with that room just crammed in. It's bigger on the inside. Is it? I noticed.
Yeah, he gets that a lot. Anyways, so every time that the Doctor dies, they regenerate. So all of these different people are actually one person. And the most recent reincarnation of the Doctor is Jodie Whittaker. And it started with this guy up here in 1963, and they've just kept it going. And like I said, this guy over here, David Tennant, he is my favorite one. And he's just goofy all over the place, and yeah, it's a really cool concept. This is what it looks like when they regenerate. So that previous guy just changed into this guy.
Legs. What's on the legs? Good. Arms. Hands. Fingers. What's your fingers?
Yeah, they're pretty wacky characters. I really like how wacky they are.
Hair. I'm a doll. No. I'm a girl. No, I'm still not Ginger. So what? Something important. I'm crashing.
This is how the TARDIS changes every time that they so like this guy, the Doctor when he was Matt Smith had more of like a science-y kind of interior, and then Jodie Whittaker's is all like crystally and cool like that. Her design is actually one of my favorite designs, as well as her outfit. I really like her outfit. And so here's some episodes of the show that I really like. The second episode of the first season, the Doctor and his companion go to this satellite that's like orbiting the world right as it's about to end. And this character is actually significant because she is basically, people have changed themselves so much that she is the most resembling a human. And you might have heard about her just from like the whole moisturize me meme. And then another cool adventure episode is season 4, episode 2. Basically, this Doctor has just picked up a new companion, and they're like, well, where should we go first? And they decide to go to Pompeii right before the volcano explodes. So they kind of figure out that there might be some alien activity that people don't talk about, you know, ooh, spooky. This is Blake. It's a pretty famous episode. It actually doesn't really primarily involve any of the main characters. This is just, the main character in this episode is just one character that never really shows up in any other episodes. And she basically gets stalked by these statues where every time you aren't looking at them, they can move, but then when you look at them, they freeze in statues. And then this one, which I really like, is Love and Monsters. And this one has to do with a ragtag band of people that want to look for the Doctor because he's in this universe. He's kind of like Bigfoot. Like he's all mysterious. People have conspiracies as to who he is, but nobody really knows who he is. And so these are all people that have encountered him and are like, oh, this is like alien activity. So they've all gotten together and they bond over trying to find the Doctor, and it's a really wholesome episode. So, season 1, episode 9, The Empty Child. This is a kid that has a gas mask attached to his face, like it's a part of his face. It's really creepy. And he's basically just asking people, like, have you seen my mummy? Like, where's my mom? What's going on? And he infects other people, and then they grow gas masks out of their face, and it's pretty creepy. This one, it's not a Christmas special. I accidentally kept that on there. It's just a regular special. But the Doctor goes to Mars, and there's almost this like zombie contagion that's come from like the water contamination on this base in Mars. It's again a cool episode. Season 6, episode 1. This is my favorite spooky alien, and it's an alien where every time you don't look at it, every time you're not looking at it, you forget that it exists. So one of the ways that the main characters kept track of where this alien was, or like when they saw them, is they would write tally marks on their arms. But because that's something that would happen that would be really creepy, is they would like be looking around, and you know, they might have like no tally marks on their arm, and then all of a sudden they're looking at their arm and there's a bunch of tally marks on their arm. So it's a pretty creepy episode as well. And then I just want to talk about my Lego obsession real quick. So there are 3 Doctor Who sets that have been produced that are Lego. So this one has the 12th Doctor and K9, which is it's like a little robot dog, which is more well associated with the 4th Doctor from the original series. And then here's a Cyberman and a Dalek. These are reoccurring villains from the Doctor Who series, just from the old one and the new one. And then here's a really cool set, which is actually the TARDIS. It has the TARDIS interior, and then you can disconnect it and turn it into the actual box itself. And it comes with a bunch of characters, including that weeping angel that I mentioned. And here's the 11th Doctor and the 12th iteration. But yeah, that's my Doctor Who presentation.